Hey, what's happening? Happy hump day to you. What's going on? We got pretty good days today. Good to have you. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, this is Oz on Smash Bros Radio, the only award-winning digital radio station located in Birmingham, Alabama, Jefferson County. What's up? You can find us, you can locate us, you can seek us out on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, as well as Facebook. Also, we have an app. So please download the app so that way you can take us anywhere you want to. And we love going. And I'm Oz. Shit, you can find me on Twitter. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram. Check me out. You never know. You may like the bald-headed ass white man. Ah, hey, we're going to talk about Birmingham Southern College today. Finally, after 165 years, it is closing its doors because of possible negligence. What is it? Irresponsible financially irresponsibilities or whatever. So we're going to talk about that. We have 3 events coming up. One is this Saturday. Meet and Greek book signing, March 30th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., 105 Vulcan Road. Raising Nash. Let me tell you, Curtis has done a fantastic job with this book. Nash is a very smart, young individual. He is older than his years. So please come out, meet Nash and the author, and get your own autographed copy. There are going to be speakers as well as food and prizes. So please, on Saturday, March the 30th, from 1 to 4 p.m., 105 Vulcan Road, Birmingham, Alabama. Come out, meet Nash, and meet the author. We appreciate you. It's going to be a good day. I'm going to try to make it out. I'm going to make a hard effort in getting out. Then on November 9th, 1888 Bully Kennel presents the Southern Bully Showdown Part 2. Oz is a proud sponsor. The Southern Bully Showdown Part 2 is a way of introducing and getting camaraderie and being able to network with kennels and breeders and get the community involved to actually see what an actual bully breed is. So this will give the community a way. There are going to be 4 ICBR shows. It's going to be at the Bessemer Civic Center. So please come out. If you are a spot, listen, there are also booth spaces still available. So please, if you have any questions, contact DeJuan Hall at 205-460-6435. DeJuan Hall, 205-460-6435. You can also find him on Facebook as DeJuan Hall. So if you have, there's still spaces available. If you are a vendor, if you have a food truck, if you wish to participate, if you wish to sponsor, if you wish to donate, please get in touch with DeJuan. It is a fantastic show. It's a lot of camaraderie, a lot of networking, and you actually see what an authentic, true breeder and kennel is all about. And so with the true breeder and kennels, it's not about the money. It's about the pets. And are they going to get the correct home for their pets, for their breed? I got to get DeJuan on. DeJuan has taught me, or is trying to teach me, and I have learned that to be a breeder, you have to have a lot of knowledge and understanding when it comes to breeding. There is a science when it comes to breeding, and true breeders understand the significance and the importance of knowing how to breed properly and correctly. And it's just not, you let 2 dogs have sex and boom, you have puppies. No, that's not what it's all about. It's much more in depth when it comes to breeding. I found it fascinating, and it really makes sense because when you were in school, when I was in school, we used to during what is it biology class, we used to have the fruit flies where we would do the genetics of the fruit flies. And so when it comes to breeding, there are certain characteristics that each dog may possess. And because of those characteristics, a breeder, an owner, would like for that same characteristics to be a part of their breed. And so they search out breeds, they search out other breeders and other kennels to see exactly what's what, and then they come up with this design per se. So this is a way of really understanding exactly what the industry of breeding is all about. So please, 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 November 9th at the Bessemer Civic Center, 1130 9th Avenue Southwest, 1888 Bully Kennel presents the Southern Bully Showdown Part 2. OZZz is a proud sponsor of the showdown. So please come out, 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 please come out. And then on May 4th, 2024, join us for a magical cake decorating and floral class. Cake It with Pauline's Mommy and Me brunch. Starts at noon at Canvas on Morris. Experience the ultimate Mother's Day treat brought to you by the dynamic duo of Pauline's and Christopher Lauren. Don't miss out on this unforgettable event. Reserve your spot now and create special memories with your loved ones. So please, you can, tickets are for sale. You can go to homemade.net for tickets. 2335 Morris Avenue, Suite 104. So please, that's a way of getting together. Mommy and Me brunch. So it's going to be fine. It's going to be real good. So please, 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 participate. We'd like to see you there. We'd like to see you there. Oh boy. Birmingham Southern College. At one time, they were affiliated with the United Methodists. I don't know if they're still affiliated with the United Methodists or not. It's really interesting, the history of Birmingham Southern. I think that if I remember correctly, I think it started in 1865 with the merger of two colleges. Well, that's the wrong one. Woo-hoo. Let me show you how easy it is. Watch this. Serious. What is the history of Birmingham Southern College?
Birmingham Southern College is the result of a merger of Southern University, founded in Greensboro, Alabama, in 1856, with Birmingham College, opened in 1898 in Birmingham, Alabama. These two institutions were consolidated on the 30th of May, 1918, under the name of Birmingham Southern College. This is from Wikipedia.
So it was a merger of two universities. So that's why they used the 1856. Now, one thing that we have to keep in mind, College Hills was at one time predominantly white, was a white neighborhood, was a white community. And you had two elementary schools. You had Graymont, which was white, and you had Hill, which was black. So technically 8th Avenue divided the white community from the black community. And then they closed Graymont down, and most of those kids either went to Hill or they went to Lincoln Middle. So in its earlier days, the community was all white. And so that's, people would, for those who don't know, that's why, because you would wonder, well, why would a liberal arts white college be in a black community? Well, it wasn't always black. It wasn't always black. It wasn't until I think after the 60s that white flight took, and blacks moved in and whites took off. So initially, it was a white community, white neighborhood, and then it changed to being black. So at one time, it had a stellar reputation, and as usual, when it comes to white parochial schools, there's a lot of history, a lot of dark history, and good history, dark history. Uh, so it is what it is. Then the civil rights came up, and anyone who knows about the history of Birmingham understands that there were a lot of uh, events, a lot of situations and circumstances that were happening. Birmingham Southern has always had the history of flying under the radar. And so, for these politicians down in Montgomery to start talking about how valuable Birmingham Southern University is to the community is a bunch of bullshit, because Birmingham Southern has never given to the black community, has never even acknowledged the black community, and personally speaking, probably doesn't even give a happy got about the black community. So when it started, I think in the 70s is when it started having questionable practices, especially when it came to the finances, the endowments that that the university had was being used foolishly when it came to renovations. And so I think it was in the 70s that Miles College, which is a private HBCU over in Fairfield, wanted to purchase the campus, which would be ideal for Miles. And so, but for whatever reason, that did not occur. And then the college struggled to continue. And because of finances and because of low student enrollment, only expedited the financial crisis. So now we're here. At one time, um, being typically white folks being white folks, they want to take care of a white private, and I have to stress the word private, not a public, but a private institution. So they were having trouble raising the money, and so they went to the legislature. And then you had some black politicians to jump on the bandwagon for some stupid ass reason, trying to back Birmingham Southern, talking about the blight and the emptiness that if Birmingham Southern was to be dissolved and closed. Please get a life. You didn't think about Birmingham Southern when it was having trouble initially. You didn't. Do you even know any activities that Birmingham Southern did for the community? Do you even have any evidence? Do you have any receipts of what Birmingham Southern has done for the community or for the neighborhood? So when you have, when you have these black politicians coming out talking about the Blythe and talking about the importance of the college, do you really understand exactly what you're doing? And please, 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 the individual, Van or whatever her name is, please tell her to take off them big ass glasses, making her look like some type of bug. Tell the big glasses are not fashionable for now, baby. No, 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 no. Please, if you know Miss Gavan, please be honest with her and be a true friend and tell her, no, baby, you can't wear those glasses because those glasses make you look like a big ass eye bug. So the legislature came up with a bill that was passed that would allow Birmingham Southern to borrow the money. And then we had the state treasurer to come up and say that it was illegal, which it was, in which it was, I feel that it was illegal for you to even try try to save the university, because there have been instances and situations in which you didn't try to save any black colleges. So, it's just being typically white. And then two, and I have to publicly make an apology to the teachers, to the faculty, to the employees, to the students, because see, I made a post on my Facebook page. How come you can't expedite the closure? How come it can't be April 1st? But see, I didn't take in consideration, because see, it's not just the buildings, it's not just the property. I failed to remember that you have employees, you have faculty, you have staff, and most importantly, you have the students that would not take into any type of consideration. And that's typically how WASP, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant men over 50 are. They don't take in consideration the implications or the effect that their actions are going to have on others. So now you have these seniors who have done all that were required of them. And they've done due diligence. They've done what they're supposed to. They have lived up to their obligation to the school. And now, because of not having the students in mind, and because of not being proactive, because you were going on the premise that you were going to get the money. You didn't go on the premise that what if we don't receive financial assistance or financial support? You didn't take that in consideration. You obnoxiously speculated that you were going to get the money to have the doors remain open. But it was just a band-aid on a bigger wound. So now you have these seniors who are worried, rightfully so, who have stress and pressure on them. What's going to happen to their degrees? Now, see, in the bigger picture, since the trustees allowed all these shady and questionable practices to be performed, to go unchecked, it should be their responsibility to make sure that those seniors are taken care of, first and foremost. Now, not forgetting the juniors and the sophomores and the freshmen. Freshmen are going to be okay per se, but the juniors and the seniors, but most importantly, the seniors. So I would wager, and I'm going out on a limb because I believe, I have faith and I have trust in my college, in the HBCUs, that if you were to bring a proposal to UAB, Alabama State, Alabama A&M, Miles, with Miles being a private college, I would speculate that it would be easier per se. And I'm only going on the premise because of it being private. Now, there's certain, if you are accredited by the Southern Christian, what is it, Southern Colleges, SEC, whatever the conference, SEC. If you are an accredited school, there are certain regulations that you have to follow, certain guidelines you have to follow, certain standards you have to follow. So I'm taking it for granted that those colleges and universities who are accredited, that means that they follow the certain guidelines that were similar to other colleges and universities, that a plan could be put into motion so that those seniors would receive their degree from Birmingham Southern College. And I think that that is not uncalled for. That's not unreasonable. Because again, it was the trustees and the president and the administration that put the college in this jeopardy, in this crisis. So I would like to publicly apologize to the students first and foremost, and then to the faculty and staff and the employees of Birmingham Southern, because I didn't take them in consideration. And so you're losing jobs. So, but again, the seniors should be taken care of expeditiously. They should not have to worry about anything. Now, as for the juniors and all, they have depending on the number of credits, the number of hours that they have, is similar. There can be some type of agreement between the schools and the surrounding areas. The only question would be, would their degrees come from Birmingham Southern University? And that can be worked out too. So see, with the juniors and the seniors having the most per se to lose, because they have been there longer, they have given their time and energy and due process and due diligence, they can be taken care of. The freshmen, you just started, and I know that it's hurtful, and I know that it's painful, and I know about the stress and all. You're going to be okay, because you can transfer the majority of your hours, the majority of your classes to another university. Sophomores, you have more time and energy. You're going to be okay, far better than what a junior and a senior would be, because you have classes that can be hours that can be transferred to another university. So again, I wanted to publicly apologize to those individuals, to those entities that I didn't even think about. And it was a tragedy on my part. It was being stupid for me not to even take in consideration the impact of individuals over there, because people are going to lose their jobs, and that includes the faculty as well as the staff, the people who run the university, who maintain the university, from the cafeteria folks to the maintenance to the janitors to all the what people will call the little people, but they're the biggest people, because they take care of the most. They do the most. They make sure that everything is taken care of, so that way you don't even, you're not even aware. So I apologize to you earnestly and sincerely. So the adults did not handle the situation properly. The adults that were who had the power, the control, the say, it's time for them to step up to the plate and make sure that the seniors are taken care of readily, without any excess of stress or pressure. They should receive their degrees from Birmingham Southern. And again, the legislature can come up with some type of package, because you stepped into something that you had no business stepping into. So technically, you were part of the problem too. So all of you people have to get together and make sure that these students are taken care of properly. Now, what about the money? Oh boy. Again, if it had been handled proactively, you wouldn't have the crisis that you have now. You wouldn't have them used. So again, it can be worked out. It should be worked out. There shouldn't be any questions about what, because everybody knows what they're doing. And that's why I'm saying that you have Miles, you have UAB, you have Alabama State, you have Alabama A&M, that I know would step up to the plate, because they understand the importance. They understand the gravity of the situation. Miles went through a financial problem, but it was blessed in that it had the support. And if I remember correctly, Miles didn't have any help or assistance with the legislature. They didn't come up with some type of bill to help Miles out. So Miles would have an understanding, a more of an understanding or an empathy when it comes to the perils of the students and the faculty and the staff. They've been there, done that. UAB, UAB ain't never had any problems in its life except when it came up with that stupid football team. That's the only problem it had. And I'm not apologizing for that. So let me get off the topic real quickly. UAB should not have a football team because it never had a football team. It doesn't even have the support, from what I understand, from the student body. It was that some old white men wanted to relive their days of being a football player, which they weren't very good football players. And then all of a sudden you lied to these athletes talking about a football team. So please get over it. Now I digress. So juniors and seniors issues and all should be handled expeditiously, quickly. The seniors should know before the end of this month, before the 15th of April, okay, this is what's going to transpire. You're going to march. You're going to receive your degrees, your diplomas from Birmingham Southern University. College, Birmingham Southern College. So they should be handled quickly. And personally, since they're already in financial straits as it is, seniors should not have to pay for anything now. They shouldn't have to pay for commencement. They shouldn't have to pay for anything. That should be given to them because of the stress that you white folks have given to these students. As for the juniors and all, I think that the colleges and universities should get together and try to have the transition as smoothly as possible. Again, sophomores and freshmen, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. It's just you're just not going to the college that you wanted to go to. And let's be realistic. Birmingham Southern has always been an elitist. Now, people don't like the word, well, we were never elitist. Don't even try it. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't go there. Sit your ass down, because you have always been an elitist college. You have always thought that y'all were better than everybody else. You have always isolated yourselves from the community. You have never participated in the community. You don't even give a happy goddamn about the community. So don't even try it. Don't come up here with these crocodile white folks tears about, oh, well, we're impaired. We see you didn't think about the support from the neighborhood or the community. You didn't think about the neighborhood or the community until you got into problems. Let's be realistic. And then because of you being a white private college and you having these friends in the legislature, you thought that you were just going to be able to get whatever you want. Surprise! So, what is the next step for Birmingham Southern? There is no next step. You need to close your door. You need to offer Miles College to step up and buy the campus. If anything, my producer Roger Cheney made a suggestion. Birmingham should purchase the campus and then use that campus to help the students of Birmingham or Jefferson County. But I think that Miles should step up. Miles should be allowed to have the first say. They should be the first ones to have the opportunity to purchase the land. And I think that Miles should purchase the land because that would. But see, you still keep the origin, the true, the first campus. You should keep it, and I'm sure that they will over in Fairfield because it has this historical significance over there in Fairfield. So they're not just throwing and turning their backs on Fairfield. You're still going to have the campus over in Fairfield. You are going to have a significant college, a significant institution that is going to bring so much worth to the community, to the neighborhood. And so for all you black legislators who was talking about all this blight and all this emptiness, you didn't even research And I don't know what you did, and I don't know what was given to you for you to even want to support such stuff. So Miles should be given the opportunity, the first opportunity, to purchase the campus. It should also be less than what would be normal. They should be affordable. But Miles should come in, and then, if possible, one thing for sure, UAB doesn't need it. UAB ain't going to do nothing with it. So they should isolate UAB. They should not even allow UAB to even think about purchasing the campus. But you have Miles that should come in and should purchase the campus. That in itself would energize the entire community, the entire neighborhood. And plus two, were there any black Greeks on campus over at Birmingham Southern? Were there any black Greeks, any black organizations over at Birmingham Southern? Because the majority of the population were white females, then white males, and then black males, from what I understand from what I saw. So were there any black Greek organizations, or were there any black organizations, period? Non-Greek and Greek. That in itself should tell you. If you didn't even have one Greek, that should tell you. And yes, I understand there's been a lot of black alumni. Okay, cool. All right. And what's your point? And then where are the alumni? What they have, Birmingham Southern does have a list of fantastic, what's the word? Can't think of the word. A prominent alumni. A number of congressmen, people in the arts. So, it has a fantastic history, but let's keep in mind, since it was started in 1860, whatever, and since that neighborhood was all white at one time, it's speculations that there's a lot of seediness, there's a lot of shadiness, there's a lot of darkness of the history of Birmingham Southern. There, during the march, from what I understand, there was a white female that participated in the sit-ins. And because of her participating in the sit-ins, Birmingham Southern turned their backs on her and asked her to drop out. So again, for these black legislators to come up and talk all this bullshit about the blight and about the emptiness, you didn't do your due diligence. You didn't do your research. Because if you had done your research properly and correctly, you would have found out that, again, as I have stated numerous times, Birmingham Southern never participated in the civil rights. Excuse me. They have always flown under the radar. And see that's another example of a white institution. When you see white organizations and white folks trying to stay hidden and not have, similar to Hoover, they don't like the light being shown on them, because they know that if the light is shown, if they're brought into the public's view, people are going to start researching. So they don't want that. So Birmingham Southern should have closed long time ago. Miles should have been permitted to have bought the properties. I think it was in the 70s. So again, Miles should be allowed to have the first opportunity to purchase the property, land, facilities, everything at a cost, at a loss. Then you could have an agreement or partnership between Alabama A&M and Alabama State University to have off-campus classes. Because see, when I was at State, I took statistics, and the statistics class was over there at Miles. I think it was Alabama Alabama building. I think it was. My professor was Dr. Robert E. Lee. I swear to you, I'm not lying. That the Dr. Robert E. Lee, fantastic gentleman, uh, taught me statistics. So that could help with the cost of running the campus, Miles new campus. And I think that the enrollment of Miles would increase dramatically. I think that the value of life would increase for the community. So I think it's a win-win situation, and I think those legislators who backed Birmingham Southern, it's time for you to back Miles College. Make the transition uh, as smooth as possible. Agreement between Alabama State and Alabama A&M to come in to have off-campus facilities. Those sophomore and freshmen of Birmingham Southern, if the students would want, should be allowed to keep their credits, to keep their hours, and should be enrolled as Miles students. Miles is a fantastic school. Miles is underrated, is overlooked, and it should never be any more. Miles should move and come to the forefront and be the beacon, the light that it should always have been. So, because it can be done. I mean, it, you can do whatever you want to make the transition as smooth as possible. You didn't have any problem passing that damn bill, making it possible for Birmingham Southern to come up to get the money, and just as expeditiously and as quickly and as fast as what you did with that bill, you can make the transition, if not smoother, if not quicker. You fucked up, and it's time for you to accept blame. It's time for you to do what is correct and proper. You need to look after the students, and then you need to start looking at the faculty as well as the staff. What are you going to do about their jobs? What are you going to do about their job? Personally, I wouldn't want. Ooh. Personally, I wouldn't want any faculty from Birmingham Southern. I really wouldn't. I really wouldn't, because see, they come in with their experience from Birmingham Southern, and especially when you've had a professor to be there a number of years, their devotion, rightfully so, their devotion would be towards their former employer. So you would come in with this already mad, irritated, upset member of the faculty, spewing all this negative onto brand new students. And then there's a possibility that because of this negative attitude, they would be let go or fired anyway. So I wouldn't hire. I would have to really do an interview with the faculty to see exactly where their minds are. And most of them can retire. They should have been retired a long time ago. If they are as prominent as they think they are, they shouldn't really have any problems in finding another school. I mean, you got UAB. So the students should be the first ones to be taken care of, then the faculty and the staff. But I think too that the board of trustees and administration should be held accountable for their foolishness, for their negligence, because they are the ones that allowed their endowment to be used foolishly, irresponsibly. So it can be done. It can be done. When the white folks down in Montgomery want things done quickly, they can do that. And same way with the what is it? when the Alabama Supreme Court passed that ruling, did you see how quickly the bill came up and how quickly it was passed and how quickly the old bitch KK signed the bill? It didn't even take a month. It didn't even take a month. So it can be done. You cannot tell me it cannot be done. It can be done. The legislatures can come up with whatever package deal and expeditiously before the 15th of April put into exactly what is going to be the process to handle the seniors, to get them out of the way. The seniors should not be charged for anything. Then take care of the juniors and try to come up with some type of understanding, some type of package deal that I would hate to say that depending on the number of hours, but if you are classified as a junior, then you should come up with some package deal. And I think that if the junior wants to have a diploma or degree from Birmingham Southern University, they should. It's only right. It's only right. The legislator, the trustees and the board, the trustees and administration put Birmingham Southern on this path of catastrophe. So, and they should have, should have, would have, could have. They should have, if they were professionals, had looked at the options that they had. And they didn't look at the options. The only option that they had that was, since we're a white university and a private, well, we're going to be handled by our friends down the legislature. Foolishness. Just foolishness. 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 So, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? There shouldn't be any more discussions. The only thing that should be discussed now is how we're going to proceed with the closure. What are the steps that are going to be put into place on how to make the closure as painless as possible? And again, I would hope, I would pray earnestly that Miles would have the opportunity to purchase everything on that property, the property, the buildings, the facilities, the equipment, everything at a cost, at a loss. So that's my proposal. That's my proposal. What's next? Well, okay. We're going to look and see exactly what we can do for the seniors to make sure that their degrees come from Birmingham Southern University. Seniors should not have to pay for anything. No caps, no gowns. Everything should be free too. I mean, you're already in trouble. Give me a break. And then use your board of trustees have enough money. Use your salary. The president and the administration, use your salary to pay for the senior stuff. Make sure that the seniors are taken care of properly and correctly. The degrees come from Birmingham Southern. Then once you have taken care of the seniors, then focus on the juniors. And I think that if the juniors, and rightfully so, and I'm sure that 99.9%, if not 100% of them, would want their degree to come, would want their diploma to come from Birmingham Southern. And I think that the schools should come together to come up with an agreement, would come up with an understanding that all those credits from the juniors would be accepted. And then you have the State Board of Education that can agree to it. Because listen, I just thought about this. When I started over at State and I went into the College of Education, I was going to be just a history major. But Dr. Gordon Bliss was wise enough, instead of me getting a BA in secondary education. I got a BS, Bachelor's of Science, out of the College of Secondary Education, Social Work. Social Studies. So there was not a degree for social sciences. There was not a degree. No one had ever graduated with a degree from social sciences. That degree was created for me by Dr. Gordon Bliss. He went to the State Department. He got approval from the State Department. So not only was I taking history classes, but I was taking economic classes. I was taking anything that was in social sciences, anthropology, economics, world history, all of everything that encompasses social sciences. I was taking it. Dr. Dr. Percy Vine, who, oh man, don't want to cry. Dr. Percy Vine was the dean of the College of Business, the School of Business, College of Business. He was the one that created, he was the one that built, he was the one that propelled the College of Business Administration to become what it is. And because of me, Dr. Percy Vine was the dean of the College of Business Administration, College of Business. His wife, Dr. Doris Vine, was my psychology professor. And then I knew Renee, his son, and his daughter. So Dr. Vine knew me. So he initially he was very upset, supposedly. I think that he was joking because he was always, but he wasn't very happy with me taking he only felt that those individuals who majored in business should be taking his classes. So I had to take economic classes. So Dr. Vaughn called me to his office and asked me what the hell was going on and why was I invading? And he said this, why are you invading my college? I told him that I was getting a social science degree. He said, that has nothing to do with me. I said, I have to take economics. He said, why do you have to do it at my college? So see, what I'm trying to come, it can be done. If people want it done, it can be done. So I graduated from the College of Education with a BS in secondary education social sciences because Dr. Gordon Bliss created the degree for me, created the program for me because he had to get the approval from the State Department, and it was approved by Dr. Teague. So I'm the first one to graduate from state with a social science degree. Now understand, there was a lot of faculty members that were highly upset because they didn't understand why I should have a bachelor's of science. They wanted me to have a bachelor's of art. Michael Romanowski was not very happy with me. Very, very openly was disdained about me getting a social science degree in a BS, Bachelor's of Science. So it can be done. And don't try to tell me, and don't try to tell these students, the juniors and the seniors, that it can't be, because it can be done. I've been there, done that. And we just recently we had to see the process of how quickly it is to come up with a bill, to pass the bill, and to put it on the governor's desk to sign. It can be done. It can be. You could do this if everybody is on the same page, and everybody should be on the same page when it comes to the students. When it comes to the students, when it comes to the faculty, when it comes to the staff, exactly. But most importantly, the students, the seniors and the juniors. It can be done. So you take care of the seniors. They have their degree, their diploma, comes from Birmingham Southern. The juniors, It's going to be a little bit more tricky because those seniors are going to have to transfer. I mean, those juniors are going to have to transfer to another school. Their credit should be approved. There should be no question because a school, a register knows how to, the dean and the chairman know how to deal with those credits. And they can be accepted. They can be accepted. So you have the seniors who are going to graduate with their degrees from Birmingham. There's no problem, no question. Boom, they graduated. Then you have the juniors. A little bit more tricky, but it can be done because those juniors are going to have to transfer to another school. Those credits should be approved, should be allowed to whatever school they transfer to. And if they want, and they should, and I'm sure 100% of them would want their degrees to come from Birmingham South, because juniors has taken the majority of the classes in most cases. And if they maintain their grades and all, so there's no reason for them not to have a diploma or a degree from Birmingham Southern. So freshmen and sophomores, y'all gonna be okay. Y'all gonna be okay. Again, when Miles takes over the campus, if the students want to remain there, then cool. But your degrees, your diplomas will come from whatever school you graduated from. Faculty and staff, again, to be fair, I think that a rigid, maybe not rigid, but I think an interview should be performed on the professors to see exactly where their mindsets are, and if that professor or teacher or instructor does not believe or cannot do whatever within is, you can leave on good terms with each other. As for the staff, the maintenance, the cafeteria, anyone that takes care, they should be able to stay. I think that the transition, if everybody's on the same page as they should be, since you're worried about the blight and since you're worried about the emptiness of losing the school, if you're that concerned, well, then you should allow Miles to come in with a smooth transition. There should be some type of review going on now between the administration from Miles and the administration from Birmingham Southern, so that way they can do a inspection. They can do an review. They can do what do you call it? Inventory. You should have an inventory. You should have an inspection of exactly this is this. And there should be records. There should be receipts. Exactly. This is what we have as in regards to the campus. This is the equipment. This is the facilities. Everything should be done correctly. And you should already have that. You should already have the inventory of the campus of the college. The administration from Southern should get with the administration from Miles. They should come together, find out exactly what's what, and it can be done. So that way there's a smooth transition. Go ahead and remove Birmingham Southern College off the wall, put Miles College. So that way there's a smooth transition. So that way the chairman of the department will meet with the chairman of the department from Birmingham Southern. They will review the instructors, the professors, and all. And it can be done. Miles should be able to move into campus, should take ownership of the campus. June 15th. June 15th. Miles should have total ownership, possession of the former Birmingham Southern College, no later than June 15th, if not earlier. But the administration from both schools should meet now, should be going over an inspection, should do an interview, to do inventory. The department heads should be meeting together to see exactly what's what. The dean should be meeting to come together exactly about the transition. And it can be done. It can be done. Legislatures, get off of your asses. Make the transition as smooth as possible. Think about the individuals that have been impacted or that are going to be impacted with the closing of Birmingham Southern. Now, that's very simplistic, but it's not. It's not. It's going to be difficult. Yes, it's understood. It's going to be difficult, but it can be done. There are going to be some minor mistakes done, not major, minor, because you take ownership from a medium-sized campus to a larger campus, which means more responsibilities. That's why you have department heads. That's why you have supervisors, head supervisors. All of them can work as into one unison because you're going from one lawn to a bit different lawn. The supervisor, the head supervisor of the maintenance should meet with the maintenance people. They should get together, discuss everything. Each department should meet with each department to come up with a plan. It can be done. That's why you have vice presidents of the different finances, student loans. All those individuals should meet together. Now, when it comes to financial aid and all, that can be done because everybody's a professional. Everybody has expertise in doing it. And it can be done. There shouldn't be any question. There shouldn't be any fear. Seniors should not have any stress on them. Juniors shouldn't have any stress on them. But this should have been done last year. This should have been done last year. So that's about 2 bits. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming on. Again, please like, follow, share, and subscribe to Smash Bros Radio, the only digital award-winning radio station located in Jefferson County, Birmingham, Alabama. You can find Smash Bros on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, as well as what is it? YouTube. As for me, you can find me anywhere. You can find me anywhere. Also, please don't forget to download our app so that way you can take us everywhere. And we appreciate you. We appreciate you. Take care of yourself. Know your value. Know your worth. Know that you are the one that controls everything about you. And most importantly, know that I love you more than I love my luggage. I'll see you Thursday. Oh, also, I have an announcement coming up. There is someone who is very dear to me that is running for an office. I can't say anything right now because I don't have permission, nor do I have the liberty to do that. But I have some fantastic news coming out. Take care of yourselves.